Hello guys, thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on a few new products. Now I thought it'd be a good idea to put these together in a video because they all have like this pinky rosy hue to them. So I want to create a rosy look. The first product I'm going to be showing you guys is a highlighter, and this is from McGrath Cosmetics. It is called Illuminación. Then I also have a blush. So this is from Chanel. They've just most recently released this one, and it is the Tweed Pink. Now I have the original Tweed Beige, and I love that blush. It's very illuminating though, so my guess is that this is going to be as well. And then I also have an eyeshadow palette. And now this one is currently sold out, but I will be shocked if Pat McGrath does not re-release this. I'm quite sure she is. And it is the Devine Rose. I've had this in my hands for a few weeks already, and I have not swatched it or any of these products, or I've done nothing with these but look at them. So today is finally the day that we dig in. Now before I get into these products, I do want to ask that you consider subscribing to my channel. I do not have a set schedule, but I like to post as often as I possibly can. Most of the products that I do like to review or do tutorials on are luxury products, but here and there I'll sprinkle some drugstore or just more affordable brands because they pique my interest. I like to share pretty much everything, or at least most of what I get with you guys. So if this is something that you guys can either relate to or that you like to watch, please do subscribe to my channel. Alright, so let's just go ahead and finish up the face. So we'll go straight into the highlighter because I can't wait to try out any of these products. So it comes like in their normal like black packaging. Now I've never used a highlighter from McGrath Cosmetics before, but this one's a little bit thicker than their blush. I don't have it up here at the moment, so I'm not sure if this is just how their highlighters look. It seems like it's a little bit domed as well, like slightly. And then inside the highlighters, so this is definitely, you guys could probably see there, an iridescent highlighter. The design of this highlighter is just so beautiful. It's got a skull with roses around it. The skull is also decorated as the calaveras are for Dia de los Muertos. So I think Milk Makeup did a really great job depicting that celebration with both their highlighters and their eyeshadow palettes as well. I, at least for now, have not picked up those eyeshadow palettes, but I knew I had to have this highlighter. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I am going to pick up my, let's see, yeah, we'll use this one. I'm going to use my Sonia G mini cheek brush. And okay, let's do a swatch first. How about that, right? Kind of didn't want to swatch it because I didn't want to ruin that. But yeah, this is very iridescent. And it's got like a pink, goldish, even like yellowish hue to it. Hopefully, if you guys can make that out. Now this is a little powdery, which I thought it was going to be more of a, kind of like a baked gelée formula. But it is powdery. Let me see, look. Not sure if you guys are able to see that. Well, just go ahead and, yeah, so it's definitely got that pink to it. It's got a little bit of sparkle, but it looks pretty. It's not, it's very, very fine, so it doesn't look like glitter or anything like that. But it looks really nice. Now you have to be somebody that likes a pink highlighter. If I'm going to do any type of colored highlighter, it's going to be pink. Other than that, don't be showing me a lilac one or blue highlighters. I'm never going to use that. Green, much less. But something like this, I would totally rock. So I like it. I actually thought it was going to be more intense. Like, it looks good, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more metallic-y. That's what I should say. But it looks cute. Okay. I do like that. I'm actually more excited with this now because I feel like this is really going to be nice for the look I have in mind. Now, is this something I'm going to be wearing all of the time? No, it is not. And also shades like this, right now I went over it. I'm just going to go with whatever's left on my brush here over my brows a little bit. But usually with highlighters of this tone, I don't like to apply all over my face. I'm okay doing it on the high points of my cheekbones. I think this would be a nice topper for some people as well. But all over my face, I don't want to have like that pinkish hue. I feel like this highlighter looks a lot, like this side looks a lot more intense. With my contour, I'm having issues with this side of my face. Okay, I cannot blend anything out on this side. I'm breaking out horribly again. So let's focus on this side, okay? Right here, my blend is nice. I like how my bronzer and my contour look. I like the highlighter on this side more. So we'll look at this side. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, this is not gonna be for everybody. I just had to have it and I'm happy with it. I like pink highlighters, so I am okay with it. So now to move on with the blush. So like I said, this is the Chanel Tweed Pink Blush. I have the, let's see, where do I have it? Oh, jeez. Here we go. I have the Tweed Beige, and it's this one right here. I love this. I got it before I took a trip to Mexico, actually. And I took this with me and I loved it. It's very illuminating. So I'm gonna guess that this one's gonna be as well. Here it comes in its black velvet pout, as most Chanel products do, or probably all. Now the old Tweed had an overspray to it, so this one might as well. Let me take out this plastic. I'm really hoping that this one also has an overspray to it because it looks very shiny. So let's see. So I'm just gonna, oh my gosh, it looks so pretty, like I don't want to ruin it. So it's definitely got some sparkle to it, and because it's textured, not sure, which by the way, I love swatching makeup like this. If there is an overspray, it's gonna be a little bit hard to get through it all at once because it dips in. So this is a swatch that I did with the overspray, I believe. What? Okay. I don't see anything. There's nothing there. There are like little tiny specks of sparkle, which again, I'm hoping it's the overspray, but I don't see anything. Okay, let's do another swatch. Is this like one of those Patrick Ta blushes where if you swatch it, you don't see nothing until you apply it? So yeah, it looks a little bit just like illuminating because of like that sparkle, but I don't see actual pigment. Okay, let's see. We'll apply it onto the cheeks and then we'll figure it out from there. I'm gonna use the Sonia G Cheek Pro brush and grab some of this. It looks very light, so if it does give me color, I hope it doesn't look chalky. And we'll focus on this cheek again. Oh, okay, that looks nice. All right, so, okay, I do like that. That's like a really beautiful subtle pink, and it does make my cheeks look a little glowy, a little extra glowy. That is really pretty. Okay, I was honestly afraid of this for a second there. Now, I think if you have a darker skin tone than me, you might barely be able to get away with it, but after a shade darker than me, this may be too light for you because even when I was first applying it, I felt like it was showing up a little like chalky on me. And I kind of, because it gives off like the slightest amount of pigment. So if you want more, you're gonna have to build it up. But I am afraid, I don't know. I guess it looks fine, right? It's like I like it, but for some reason I feel like that it's just like this close for it to start looking like too light for my skin tone. But overall, I actually do like this. I think this is a really pretty kind of subtle pink shade for the wintertime as well. So I can see why it was released during this time. Because if you see it on the pan, you just think, okay, that is a bright pink shade. You see a really light, dull pink there. And then the rest of what you see in there is like this really like bright bubblegum pink, but once you mix both of the shades, it becomes more of a subtle pink shade that looks pretty. I mean, it's nice. Am I like loving it? No. I'm not like super loving it, but I think it looks pretty. So we'll see. Now the eyeshadow. Oh yeah. So you guys, whew, super happy to be using this finally. So originally I was actually I still kind of am very turned off at the fact that 4 of the shades in this palette are repeat shades for the price, and just from what we expect from Pat McGrath, that's just very disappointing. I originally was head over heels for this palette. I wanted it the moment that I saw pictures of it. Once I heard that there were repeat shades, I wasn't as excited. Now, I still obviously ended up getting this palette because I'm somebody that tries to avoid FOMO as much as possible. So I went ahead and I picked it up when it was released through Pat McGrath's website. And just the whole release thing, I know you guys have probably already heard about this. Everything about it was ridiculous, totally unnecessary. The brand itself is just always on high demand. And I just felt like it was completely unnecessary. So right now, I know this palette is sold out, but I'm pretty sure that it is going to be back in stock. Now, I don't have all of her eyeshadow palettes, so honestly, the repeat shades for me don't matter all that much. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like close this back up. But still, at some point, some of those palettes that I don't quite have yet, I am planning on picking up. So that's why it's disappointing for me, because I was planning on adding those to my collection at some point anyway, so I don't want to have repeat shades. But enough of that, it just is what it is. I obviously ended up getting the palette anyway. I think most of us did, as turned off as we were about that whole situation. So the packaging of this is the same as her other 10-pan palettes. Very beautiful and luxe. The only difference is that on this one in the back, she actually has the name of the palette, whereas on her other ones, there's no name on there. You actually have to open it up to know which palette you're looking at. Here is the inside, just gorgeous, so beautiful. And the names of the eyeshadows do come in a separate cardboard here that was included in the box. These 10-pan palettes have those 4 special shades that I think it's what really attracts a lot of us to her brand. These are just stunning, stunning shades that are really difficult to dupe with other brands. So the repeat shades in here are Skin Show Nude. This one belongs in the Mothership 1 palette. Then we've got this one down here, which is Rose Dusk. It's a really gorgeous shade. Honestly, one of the reasons why I really wanted this palette. And this one's included in the Mothership 2 palette. And then these 2 right here, which are the special shades. And this is why we feel like these palettes cost so much, is because of these special shades. So that's an extra like disappointment for half of those shades to be repeat shades. This one up here is Iridescent Pink, is from her Sublime highlighting palette. And then this one down here called Astral Solstice is part of the Midnight Sun palette. So there's that. I actually don't think I have any of these. Now let's take off this plastic here and apply this. Okay, actually no, you guys probably want to see swatches, right? I want to see swatches too. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. So we've got Skin Show Nude, Extreme Mahogany, Velouria. Swatching them from the pan, they feel so creamy. Here is Lovelace. Oh, that's so pretty. We've got Sable Bronze, and then Rose Dusk. That Rose Dusk. Ooh, so gorgeous. Then moving on to the special shades, we've got Refined Gold 002. And we've got VR Rose Venus. Or actually, no, sorry, I went out of order there. This one's the Iridescent Pink. And then this here is the VR Rose Venus, which I actually thought, or honestly, I think I would have liked for this shade here to have been more pink with that orangey hue to it rather than orange with that pink hue to it, but that's just me. And then lastly is this Astral Solstice. So there you go, guys. These definitely look very wearable. I mean, with the exception of these, just because, again, of their formula, but the other eyeshadows look like those that you can wear on a daily basis. It is definitely one of those palettes that I can see myself and a lot of people getting a lot of use out of. Now, her formula, I know I'm gonna love. Even by swatching them, I already know these are just like her other eyeshadow palettes, which I truly very much enjoy. So at this point, it's more really about the color story that I also already know I love. So I'm picking up Veloura with my Marc Jacobs crease brush, and we're gonna go ahead and apply this on the outer and inner portion of the lid and the crease. Even this shade is giving me the feels right now. Colors like this are, I feel like, are just so easy to work with because it's a shade that you can just use as a one eyeshadow shadow look. And I feel like I mention that a lot when I'm working with palettes. I'll point out the shades that I feel like would look really good for one eyeshadow looks. And I think that's just because when I'm getting ready for work, that is what I tend to mostly gravitate towards. Not always. Sometimes I like to act as if I have more time and I try this crazy look that later on I end up looking ridiculous and it's just too late to remedy. But sometimes, you know, if you're in a rush, it's good to know or distinguish which eyeshadows would look really good just as a standalone eyeshadow in case you're going to have that palette out, to just go ahead and apply on the quicks. And of course, this is blending and just applying beautifully just as expected. I love this so much already. Okay. These are very powdery shadows as well, so you want to also make sure you tap off the excess of your brush because otherwise we'll be making a mess. Now, using the Sonia G Worker 1 brush, we're going to go into this Dusk Rose. I've been dying to use this specific shade. And then we're going to apply this pretty much over this previous shade, but go in more. So just not extend it outwards as much. And I am trying to leave that open space in the center. Wow, that is a beautiful shade. I'm so happy I got this. Guys, I'm so sorry if you do not have this and you're wanting to get it. Just please be patient. I really, guys, I hope she brings this back. I know I just started using this, but I'm loving this so much more than I actually thought I would. And I'm so happy that I was able to get my hands on it. Before we move on, let me go ahead and grab a little bit of concealer. I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to apply it right on the center. You don't want to add too much if you're doing this as well. So I'm going to use a small brush, again, because I like to have control with exactly where I'm applying this concealer. I want to go straight up the center. Here we go. So I don't like to do like dramatic cut creases or even, what is it called? Like what I'm doing right now. It has a name. I can't think of it right now. I don't like to overdo it. So I like to use like a very light hand for steps like this. What is this called? Like the spotlight look? Okay, I'm gonna go back and add a little bit more of Rose Dusk. Now I'm gonna pick up this shade called VR Rose Venus. Oh, it looks so pretty on the brush. It looks very pink. Okay. Maybe it applies more pink than what I'm thinking. So I'm going to kind of overlap that concealer and Rose Dusk shade that we used. But I still want to leave that center piece blank for now. I was really hoping that this was going to show up a little bit more with a pink iridescence to it, but you can't really see it. I'm gonna mix Via Rose Venus with Rose Dusk and then go over this. It turns out a little bit more pink. Sorry, I'm so much like this. I need to be aware that I'm filming. It's like, obviously I know I'm filming because I'm talking to you guys, but then I start concentrating too much on what I'm actually doing and I forget to lift up my head more. Sorry. So there's like no point in me doing that concealer move because I suck at this. So now I'm going to use this up here. Actually, no, let's go into this shade. Oh, I keep wanting to look iridescent pink right here. Keep wanting to look behind this. I wonder, can we tape this back there? Is that what people do? I guess I'll have to cut it. I'll probably not do that. Pick up iridescent pink here, and this is, oh, what is this? My MAC. It looks like it's the 242 brush. If not, it's 212, but I think it's 242. And then we're gonna apply this where we were supposed to leave that empty space right in the center. And I want to take this all the way up. Oh, that shade is pretty. Do you see that? Woo, that's nice. Okay, this is a pretty combo. I love this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have to use Astral Solstice. I wasn't planning on it, but I kind of feel like I have to. Like, this is, I mean, this is a shade that if you're gonna go there with any look, this is the eyeshadow you want to do that with. So very, very lightly, I'm just gonna tap this right at the center there. Okay, I wish that was a little bit more centered, but that didn't happen. All right, so that looks really nice. I love that. Love it, love it. Okay, let me do the inner corner. I'm gonna pick up Refined Gold. Actually, I'm gonna mix Skin Show Nude and Refined Gold because I don't want it to be too golden. Hit up that inner corner. Now I picked up some of that iridescent pink to layer over this. Now back to Skin Show Nude for the brow bone. Back to Velouria for the bottom lash line. Really want to smoke this out. So I'm going to go pretty low with it. And then we'll use Lovelace. Now I'm going to layer some Lovelace here. I'm going to go ahead and deepen up the bottom lash line using Extreme Mahogany. So we'll just kind of pick some of that up. And then just carefully, this is kind of heavy to be holding and doing my eye makeup. My arm is starting to get tired. It's fine. Last step as far as eyeshadow. I'm just going to go against the lash line with this. I'm going to add on a little bit of eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, here is the final look. I really liked everything that I tried out today, but I absolutely loved this palette. This is my baby. I cannot wait to use it again. Today my husband and I are actually going to go out to a comedy show, so I'm ready. I feel cute. This is definitely very girly, I think because of all the rosiness going on here. For lips, I lined my lips with the MAC Soar lip liner. Then I applied this YSL matte stain in the shade 7. Once that dried up, I went over it with this McGrath Flush Fantasy Gloss. It's actually the first time I wear it today. I actually bought this along with the palette. It's pretty. So yeah, really happy with the final look today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. It really does help out a lot. And while you're there, Don't forget to also hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Until next time.